Hi there, ACL100 and ECD101 students. This video is going to take you through some ideas of how to structure your ECD assignment. So here's your assignment is here. It's basically asking you about the 6 early learning development areas, which are referred to as ELDAs. It lists the 6 over there. And if we skip down to where it has the numbers, basically what this assignment asks you to do is to discuss each of the 6 ELDAs, to explain the relevance of each of the ELDAs in the development and learning of the young child, and finally to describe some ways that you as a teacher could ensure that each of the ELDAs is adequately supported in your classroom. So there are 3 things that you're really asked to do, and you're asked to do each of these 3 things in relation to the 6 ELDAs. So there are a couple of different ways that you could structure this assignment, and I'm going to talk about each of them now. So the obvious way to structure this assignment is to use the 3 sections in the assignment question. Firstly, to discuss your understanding of each ELDA, and there you'll unpack each of the 6. You'll explain each one, you'll explain the EDLAs generally first, and then you'll unpack each of the 6 ELDAs. And this section is going to require you to do some research and to reference where you found this information. So you should certainly be looking at the NCF document for this, but you also might want to draw on other documents and on your ECD notes as well. The second paragraph would then discuss the relevance and importance of each ELDA. And here again, you'll unpack each of the 6, discussing the relevance and importance of each. Again, this should be referenced. It should be taken out of the NCF document and out of other supporting literature. And then finally, in the third paragraph, you would discuss some practical ways that you could support each ELDA in the early childhood classroom. Now, this section might be some of your own ideas, and if they're your own ideas, you won't reference them. However, if you take some ideas off the internet or you take ideas from other sources, then you will need to reference these ideas. Now, if you go with this structure, you're likely to have 5 paragraphs in your essay. Your essay will start with an introduction, which I will discuss shortly. The first paragraph will be your understandings of each ELDA. Second paragraph, relevance and importance of each ELDA. Third paragraph, practical ways you can support each of the ELDAs. And then you'll have a final conclusion at the end. So that makes 5 paragraphs. Introduction, 3 paragraphs as we have outlined in the mind map, followed by a conclusion. This is another way you might choose to structure your essay. So this is dealing with each of the ELDAs separately. If you choose to do it this way, obviously you'll start with your introduction, but the first paragraph in the body of your essay might be on the ELDA well-being. Then what you'll do is, in relation to well-being, you'll firstly discuss your understanding of well-being. Secondly, you would explain the relevance and importance of well-being in the ECD classroom. And thirdly, you would suggest some practical ways to support well-being in your classroom. Your second paragraph in the body of your essay might belong to identity and belonging. And then again, you'll start off in the paragraph by discussing your understanding of identity and belonging. You'll explain the relevance and importance of identity and belonging. And thirdly, you would suggest some practical ways to support it in the classroom. And so you would do this for each of the 6 ELDAs. So you would go on to discuss communication, in a new paragraph, exploring mathematics, new paragraph, creativity, final paragraph, knowledge and understanding of the world, and you'd finish your essay off with a conclusion. If you go with this structure, you will have 8 paragraphs in your essay. You'll have an introduction. You'll have 6 paragraphs, 1 paragraph on each ELDA, and you'll, in each paragraph, discuss your understanding of the ELDA, explain its relevance, and suggest some practical ways to support it in the classroom, and you would end your essay with a conclusion. Like discussed on the previous slide, when you discuss your understanding of the ELDA and its relevance, you need to reference this information, you need to draw on the NCF document and on other supporting literature. And the last part of the paragraph, the practical ways to support it in the classroom, you might choose some of your own ways, which do not need to be referenced, but if you take any ideas from any sources, you obviously need to reference those. Your essay structure needs to start with an introduction, and I suggest that you watch the video on introductions, which is up on the ACL page and on the ECD101 page. An introduction should have 3 sections. Firstly, a background statement, secondly, a thesis statement, and thirdly, an outline of what you're going to discuss in your essay. Now, your introduction will be slightly different depending on the way you choose to structure your essay. So if you choose to structure it this way, you might start with a background statement, something about the early childhood classroom, the NCF document perhaps, what ELDAs are, how they're important, some kind of background statement that tells the reader what this essay is going to be about. Your thesis statement tells us now more specifically what this essay is going to be about. So think about your background statement as being quite general. Your thesis statement is going to be a little bit more specific to this essay. The third thing you need to do is outline what you will discuss in this essay. So if you choose to go with this structure, the final sentence of your introduction will read, well, this essay will include an understanding of each EDLA. It will discuss the relevance and importance of each EDLA, and it will include practical ways that each ELDA could be included in the early childhood classroom. If you choose to use this mind map, your final sentence will be slightly different. Your final sentence will read, this essay will discuss each of the ELDAs, namely well-being, identity and belonging, communication, exploring mathematics, creativity, and knowledge and understanding of the world. So you can see the way your introduction is going to be structured depends on how your essay is structured. So the introduction needs to introduce the reader or tell the reader exactly how your essay is going to be planned, and so the reader has a good idea of what to expect in each paragraph. Students, good luck with this essay. If you would like further information about how to structure each section of your essay, please have a look at these videos. There's video 5, writing an introduction, video 6, paragraph construction, and video 7, writing a conclusion and finishing off your essay. So these videos are loaded on the ACL100 page and will be on the ECD101 page as well. So please take the time to watch them. There are also videos on referencing, so if you are confused or you need a little bit more help with that, please make sure you watch those videos as well. Good luck, and we look forward to receiving your assignments.